Alright, hello everybody.
Hey!
That's my first time, so I have a couple poems I want to share with you. The first one is a poem I wrote probably about 4 years ago. It's called Cigarette in the Rain. America, land of opportunities. Americans hated Filipinos just like me. And in the old days, racism was a must. We were treated as worthless as dust, and in our minds, I thought that was just. A Filipino living in a white neighborhood that was the first, didn't bother nobody, just work jobs, one too many. Just enough so this three children belly stopped crying every night, dropped to his knees wailing. How he missed his life back in Pangasinan, but he knew he had to adapt to this new land. The twist was, he was married to a white chick. Americans hated this, couldn't understand why Americans hated him. They cursed him and pushed him aside. He was surrounded by hate from all sides. He cried and he cried to continue his life. Didn't care about no one but his children and his wife. A dedicated father who suffered persecution. Never expected this from a country made up of immigrants. But more hard times followed the next couple of years. Within that, he can fill the notion up with his tears. But one night, walking alongside his white peers, determined, showing a hate so clear. They started by cutting off his right ear, and one by one, a punch here, a kick there. Rain started to fill the air. Then he got up, by the pulling of his hair, bleeding, beat me up. This isn't fair. But they didn't care. The torment was used to the ears. They savored the sound of his blood, mixed with his tears, laughing so hard he even broke out in tears. And in desperation, he let out his last breath, and in the last moment of pain, he dropped a cigarette in the rain. Now flash forward to more recent day and time, to a day when each gangster was armed with a nine. A day when NWA was at a pinnacle and many people saw his skeleton with a sickle. Two Filipino cousins grew up in the early 90s, when gangster rap became mainstream on radio and TV. JR and Mike grew up together. They shared the same room with little JR's mother and father. They would go to the playground, play on the swings, and then sandbox with various things. Little seesaw, man, that was the thing. They Super Mario Brothers when Nintendo came up on the scene. They shared a childhood so innocent, till Mike got into a game, became violent. JR tried to talk about it, but Mike loved it. Became a crib, moved to the house, stayed in a friend's crib. Now knowing JR would follow a similar predicament, JR was pissed off the life, so we followed his friends to a new life. Started robbing stores, tweet, smoke, bud. Once then, he became a blood, and the years went by. JR's gang robbed Mike's rumbled the streets a few times. Both had gone June for their crimes. One night in the dark, remote place, they were surrounded by leaves that had littered the walkway in an instant. Fists were being hurled. Keeping in mind what was survived with the story to be told. Fury filled their eyes with each fist that fly. Both eventually got tired, so they put a gun into his face, but they hesitated to fire. Memories flashing before their eyes. Back to a childhood filled with laughter and smiles. They knew life wouldn't be the same like the day before, so they made a decision that they never made before. Two cousins, bonded by blood, separated the gang. Both shot each other and died like a cigarette in the rain. And this next poem is a little shorter. I got to a poetry meetup, and it was quite a culture shock for me because they weren't the poets I was used to. So I got criticized and I got pissed off. So this is my rebuttal, I guess, to what they had to say to me. This is called the proper diss. Intellectuals, right, applying, college taught tools. I find myself to be filling pools of jewels, my butt cheeks caress the cushion of a stool. Mastery in the English word. Adjust the additions of adjectives and adverbs, following down to several words. In my verse, reflect that in my curse, modern the world. Yet to feel they got no rhythm, be certified on paper poets, gaze upon me, as if I'm injected with the gangster rap serum. Assisting my rhymes cannot be considered a poem? Alright. I am compelled to speak my Greek and divulge that I am a freak. Because for my syllables to dress where I dress to a beat, my lyrics fall to deaf ears. Thus, therefore, I address my idiosyncrasy from a poet to a lyricist. Because these masters brag, they participated in classes where they learn proper poetic schematics, believing they belch opera, my shit is completely static. Man. So I give a reason for these tasteless times of panic. I could have, with a paper and pen, expressed my intentions of, yo, I will run up the block, chop up chalk this poem. What's up? No. I can express my impression eye to eye. Shake my rocks and do my poetry being perpendicular? Think not. Because when measured up with a bevel, we stand level.